This is a Ferrari LaFerrari. This is Ferrari's first hybrid car. It is also one of their most powerful and most beautiful cars that I've ever seen. It's one of my all-time favorites. But today I'm going to show you a lot more. I have all of these Ferraris with me here, and yeah, some of them I will be seeing for the first time as well because they're so rare. So let's start with this. What exactly is the LaFerrari? So this is of course a hybrid hypercar. It has a 6.3 liter V12 engine, no turbochargers or anything. It has fans in the nose as well for aerodynamics, and yeah, you can see air vents, air ducts here and there just to take advantage of the air as the car is going fast. So this car makes 960 horsepower. Top speed is over 220 miles per hour, and yeah, you can see it's so sleek and so long. It's like an alligator. But the only thing downside about this car is the rear end. It is yeah, it's just weird. Now, a lot of people don't know is that it has a rear wing, but it's of course it can be lowered. So this part here, this panel here, that goes out above this middle panel with the horse logo, that whole panel from left to right between the taillights is a rear wing that can rise up when needed. So that's the V12. It's massive, it's beautiful, and yeah, I love this car. But still, one of the reasons why it's not it doesn't excite me that much is because I go to showrooms a lot and I've seen a lot of LaFerraris, but compared to that, the Ferrari Enzo is very rare, and it is so beautiful. I absolutely love this car as well. Now, to be clear, I'm not a Ferrari fanboy, but today I have the legendary Ferraris with me, so I'm going to get very excited today. Anyway, the Enzo also has air intakes on the front, and these gaps here, they have fans, of course, to let the air out when the car is going fast, for aerodynamics, to keep the nose stuck onto the ground for better handling. And it's taken a lot of information and details from Formula 1 racing and incorporated into a road going car. Plus, I love the unnatural design. It has a 6-liter V12 engine, makes just 660 horsepower. For today's cars, that's very less. I also like that it has a very horizontal rear end, like the rear window or the engine bay just ends not at the end, it just ends in the middle of the car. That's one thing that I like about it. So the fenders of this car, all 4 fenders, are also helping in with the aerodynamics. And yeah, it's another thing we don't realize until we see it, is that the Enzo is very long and it's also very wide. Now this is the Ferrari F50. I absolutely love this car. This is my favorite from the classics and the modern Ferraris. More than the Enzo, more than the LaFerrari, and it is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it has the same system, fans in the nose for better handling. But what I like about it is that it's one simple curve from the start that goes all the way up to the end and just above this rear wing. It has a fixed rear wing as well. That's one thing that I really like. It just adds to the look. And look at the rear. It's so simple. Another thing that I noticed about this is that you can pretty much see the whole engine here. There's nothing hidden. Yeah, you can see the suspension. You can see the engine. I didn't realize it would be this transparent. And if you look at the diffuser, it's just there. You have just exhaust pipes, and yeah, it's so simple, so old school. That's what I like about it. And a glass panel on the engine bay, that's nice. The interior is pretty much minimalistic. There's nothing there. Then you have the legendary F40. People are crazy about this car for multiple reasons. This is the last car that Mr. Enzo commissioned before his death. It's also the first car to cross the 200 miles per hour barrier. So it is, yes, one of the best cars ever made. I respect it immensely, but it is still not my favorite. Even as a kid, I liked the F50 always more than the F40 and all the other cars. So this particular model has red racing seats. I think those are not standard. Engine bay is fine. You have inclined glass panel here, unlike the F40, which is completely horizontal. Same grill here, where you can pretty much see everything from the inside. 3 exhaust pipes at the bottom, and yeah, round tail lights. Of course, signature Ferrari design feature. Love this car as well. Now here is a 288 GTO. I have never seen this before. This is based on the 308 and it's magnificent. It is so beautiful. And it came out basically in the 1980s, so it's pretty much old school, just like the F40. So this car came out just before the F40. And yeah, it says here Ferrari of France. Oh, I didn't know that France had Ferraris. Well, they are neighbors anyway. So if coming to the back, pretty standard. You have a metal engine cover with vents in it for aerodynamics, and of course letting the air out when the engine gets hot. No grill here, but you do have the famous GTO logo, and look at that, the engine is pretty much hanging there. It's so visible. It's like it dropped. Of course, the lower the engine is, the better the center of, the lower the center of gravity, the better the weight balance of the car will be. As for the interior, it's pretty much simple, it's very basic. And other Ferraris are also here, like this SF90 Stradale. There's two of them. These are new. These are 2021 models. They're nice, but they're not my favorite. They're hybrid, 4-liter twin-turbo V8, which makes 1,000 horsepower. The next to it is a very beautiful Ferrari F8 Spider. I like the F8 a lot. And of course, I have separate videos of the SF90 F8. You can see them on my channel. I'll leave the links of all my Ferrari videos in the video description with the names, so you won't have a problem finding them. The next car is one of the weirdest cars ever. It is the 599 GTO. So why is it weird? Basically, it has the GTO name, but when this car came out, so did the Ferrari 458, and which is a much smaller, much cheaper car, and that was faster around the corner than this. Very strange. Anyway, this is a red Ferrari 599 SA Aperta, and this is a limited edition model. If I'm not mistaken, there are only 80 of these. I've had a chance to sit in one, and look at it, it's hideous. And yeah, I think this is the second one that I've ever seen. So F40 is also super rare, very beautiful. Around 1,300 of them have been produced, and it has a, if I'm not mistaken, 2.9 or 3-liter twin-turbo V8, makes 470 horsepower. Anyway, this showroom also has cars like this, one of two Bugatti Veyrons and a Koenigsegg Agera R, limited to just 18 units in the whole world. And let me know in the comments which Ferrari is your favorite, which Ferrari did you like, which Ferrari did you don't like, even though it's absolutely famous. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a look at my channel for other videos of supercars, hypercars. Just read the name. Some of them are not in English and some of them are.